Well, school is just now firing back up for everyone, and right now might be the perfect time to find a tutor. We reached out and spoke to the regional director of the Better Business Bureau, Sydney Waters. Sydney, thanks so much for joining us. And you have some tips on hiring and finding the right tutor.
I do, Dave. It's back to school, so we're going to have an influx of people looking for tutors. So the very first thing I would say if you're looking for a tutor is definitely set out some guidelines, establish what you're looking for ahead of time. Is that tutor someone who your child is going to need to see weekly? What's the duration of those sessions? Do they need someone who's test prep, or will it be a particular subject? So really just set out what you're looking for in advance. And then definitely find a tutor that's familiar with students your child's age as well.
Now, I know there's a difference in short-term tutors and long-term tutors. Is that something you should assess as well?
Absolutely. Is your child struggling on a particular section of science, or has science been a problem for a while? And do you want to employ this tutor for the entire school year? That's really up to you. And that's something that you should lay out ahead of time to speak to the tutor about.
Now, I don't really know any tutors personally, so if I were needing one for my child, who would I ask?
Definitely ask around. So ask family members, friends, and then go to that school and talk to the teachers. Many times schools have partnerships with great tutors already, and that'll really narrow down your search a lot. And then once you get that great recommendation for a tutor, you're definitely going to want to still do some research, Dave.
And of course, doing that research, a perfect place to go is the BBB. And BBB has some not only tips, but you can also point people in the direction of tutoring companies.
Yeah, it's great. BBB has thousands of profiles. Tutoring is included in that. So you can actually look at tutors' rating on there and compare tutoring services in your area. You can look at complaints, reviews, and then I highly recommend calling those references and seeing the experiences that former students had with those tutoring services as well.
Now, I know in the latest BBB report, it talks about discussing the details, but one thing that really stuck out with me is at the bottom of the report, it says include your child in the hiring process.
Yes, this is very important because when children are comfortable with someone, they learn much more efficiently. So not only do you want to include them in the hiring process, but do those weekly or daily, however many times they're seeing that tutor, do those check-ins after the session with not only your child, but the tutor as well, and just see how the progress is coming along.
And Sydney, just real quick, what is a website people can visit?
bbb.org.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. I'll see you soon.